The Secret Life of Ivana Alawi, what she hid from everyone. What if everything you thought you knew about Ivana Alawi was only half the truth? What if behind the beauty, behind the laughter, and behind the millions of views was a secret she carefully guarded? Something that could change the way we see her, not in a scandalous way, but in a way that reveals her deepest pain and her greatest strength. If you like these types of grind story, please like, share, and subscribe for more. The most shocking secrets are not the ones whispered behind our backs, but the ones we bury deep inside to protect the people we love. Ivana Alawi, a household name, the queen of YouTube in the Philippines, known for her charm, generosity, and humor. But here's something most people don't know. While we were busy watching her give away money, cook with her mom, and prank her siblings, Ivana was hiding a part of her life so painful, so raw, that even her most loyal fans didn't see it coming. Let's go back before the glitz and the fame. Ivana, born Maryam Alawi, wasn't handed life on a silver platter. In fact, she experienced something many would break under. Her father, who was based in Bahrain, left her family when she was young. Her mother, a strong Filipino woman, raised Ivana and her siblings with almost nothing. They lived in cramped rooms, sometimes skipped meals, and Ivana often walked long distances just to get basic supplies. It wasn't a sob story, it was their everyday reality. But the real secret? It wasn't about money. It wasn't even about rejection in showbiz. It was about something more personal. Ivana was secretly living a double emotional life. One in front of the camera, confident, bubbly, strong, and another behind it, filled with fear, anxiety, and a sense of guilt that haunted her every night. The secret was this: she was carrying the entire weight of her family on her shoulders, and it was crushing her silently. You see, Ivana's fame didn't just bring her wealth. It brought responsibility. The moment her YouTube channel exploded, the moment brands lined up, and the money started flowing, everyone looked to her as the savior of the family. Her siblings needed education. Her mother needed care. Hospital bills started coming. Relatives began to ask for help. And through all of this, she smiled. She vlogged. She gave. And she gave. And she gave. But inside, she was burning out. There were nights she cried in her car after filming a funny video. Days she couldn't get out of bed, even if she had a brand shoot to attend. She suffered from panic attacks, but kept them hidden. Why? Because she didn't want her fans or her family to worry. She once said privately, "Kung ako ang bumigay, sino na lang sila?" And there it is, the heavy truth. The secret Ivana kept was that behind her strength was a woman breaking, afraid to show weakness, afraid that if she stopped even for a moment, everything would fall apart. It wasn't about vanity. It wasn't about ego. It was about survival. But the twist: this secret almost destroyed her until one unexpected day, something happened that changed her perspective. It was Mona, her younger sister, the quiet force behind her drive. One day, while Ivana was on the floor of her room, exhausted and shaking from another panic attack, Mona entered quietly, sat beside her, and said, "Hindi mo kalangang maging superwoman palagi. Puwid kong magpahinga. Kami naman ang alalay sayo." That moment shattered Ivana, because for the first time, someone saw her not the idol, not the provider, not the vlogger, but the tired girl inside who just needed someone to say, "It's okay." From that day on, Ivana started to open up, not just to her family, but little by little to her fans. She began inserting bits of honesty into her vlogs, talking about anxiety, about pressure, about how fame doesn't fix everything. And guess what? Her fans didn't love her any less. In fact, they admired her even more. Because Ivana's real power was never just in her looks or her content. It was in her vulnerability. Her willingness to carry so much and still choose to love, still choose to give, still choose to inspire. And now, that secret? It's no longer something she hides. It's a reminder that behind every strong woman is a history of silent battles. That behind every laugh could be a tear held back. And that even those who seem to have it all need healing too. Ivana's journey teaches us something powerful. Success doesn't mean freedom from pain. Fame doesn't cancel fear. And strength isn't measured by how much you carry, but by the courage to admit when it's heavy. She turned her secret into a story, her story into purpose, and her pain into a platform of hope. So now I ask you, what burden are you carrying in silence? What secret do you hold, afraid that no one would understand? Ivana's story reminds us that we're not alone, that we don't have to be perfect, that it's okay to ask for help, that it's okay to rest, and that maybe, just maybe, our greatest strength is in showing up, flawed but still fighting. Now I want to hear from you. What part of Ivana's secret story hit you the hardest? Do you believe that strength can exist even in our weakest moments? Let me know your thoughts. Your voice might just be the light someone else needs today.